Hi, welcome to another episode of Unplugged. So today's the day we're going to pick up the MG ZS EV, which is quite exciting. But it's quite sad because at the same time we're giving up this car. Well, I say I'm sad. I'm not, because I'm looking forward to having an electric car. I'm looking forward to having an automatic, all those things. But little old Joey here, time to say goodbye. He's covered 63,808 miles, most of which we've done ourselves, because I think it had like 1,000 or 2,000 miles when we bought it. So yeah, time to say goodbye, which is sad, but looking forward to the next one. Also, I haven't actually formally introduced myself. My name's James and this is my partner Bill. Bill probably won't really say an awful lot because he's muting most day-to-day conversations. He's just coming along for the journey. But actually, once we've got in the new car, we've got a bit of a road trip to talk to you about. So yeah, next time you see us, we should be in the MG. See you in a bit. Hey, we've just picked up the car, which is really exciting. I've literally just pulled it off of the forecourt. So this is literally me driving for the first time. And my initial impressions are, it is so quiet and it's, oh, how exciting! God, it's so fast. I'm absolutely overwhelmed. The colour, oh my God. Bill, don't you just love the colour? The colour's like the best bit. Well, no, it's not. The fact it's an electric car, that's the best bit. Kindly, the dealer has topped the battery all the way up to the top because we're actually off on a bit of a road trip. So what time is it now? It's 5:10 and we're driving to Birmingham, but we're quickly going home first to put everything in the car because we're taking bikes, got bags, all sorts of bits and pieces. So you should, oh, yeah, definitely pulls away all right. Oh God, it's so lovely. So yeah, we're gonna quickly go home, fill up, and then I'll continue then. We're back, we've loaded up the car and we are now off on a 189 mile drive. Well, actually it'll be less than that because we've done a couple of miles already. 189 mile trip to Birmingham. Obviously the car only has an official range of 163 miles. And when we picked up from the dealer it said we had 155, but since leaving the dealer, driving home and getting here, we've probably spent about 6 miles of range, like we've probably driven actually like 5 or 6 miles. But I've put the aircon on and it's dropped a bit, so it's saying we've got 133 on the car. So obviously 133 miles isn't not going to get us all the way there, but then neither's 163 because we've got to 189. So we plan to stop at High Wycombe, which is about halfway. I think it's just under halfway. Have some dinner because there's a Harvester that's got a 50 kilowatt charger. Obviously I'm nervous that someone might be parking it and using it because they've only got the one charger, but there's several in the area, so I'm not too concerned. The only thing that I am quite nervous about is charging for the first time because I've never done it before, and it'd just be the way that there would be an issue, the dealer would be shut, so I won't be able to phone him because we picked the car up at 5 o'clock, so they're going to be shut within the next hour. But hey ho, it all adds to the experience, doesn't it? Oh, it's just so nice to be driving this. You know, one thing that I have noticed that I don't think I'm probably doing something wrong is it beeps to let you know that you're straying out of the lane, even though I'm within the lane. It like flashes up a line. I might not have something set right, so that I'm not going to judge the car on it just yet. Yeah, it's all rather exciting. So I'm going to get a few miles under my belt, and the next time you'll probably see me, we'll be at the charge point, ready to put some volts or whatever you want to call it in it. Or we might not have made it because I've been tearing around like a bit of a loon. And we've run out of charge and I've called roadside assist. Who knows? Right, watch this space. I'll see you in a bit. So we should be at the Harvester charge point in High Wycombe. However, we've had technical difficulties. So I bought this GoPro to help like record our experiences, and I said to Bill, "Oh, can you turn the GoPro on?" But when he turned it on, he inadvertently changed the mode to photo mode and not video mode. So we've got loads of photos where we're thinking we're clicking like record and to stop record, but we have no footage. So I'm sorry about that. So obviously, as I don't have anything to show you, I'll quickly talk you through what we did. So when we got to Harvester, I think we had about 50 miles of range. Connected, no problem. Was really impressed with it. It was a Polar Charger. I waited outside the car and it started making some like whooshing noises, like high energy electric-y noises. I don't really know what you would call it. Yeah, so charged, went inside. I think we had to wait about 10 minutes for a table, which is fine because we wanted to top the batteries up. So the longer we were there, the better. We ordered our food, got a bowl of salad. I ate that. And I said to him, I'm just going to go and check the car just to make sure that it's still charging, that everything's going okay. So it's at this point that I've realised actually maybe an app would be quite handy for the MG, because then you can see what your charge status is, but it's only a minor thing. And I went out to the car and it said it was at 84%, which I was really impressed by, because I thought, I'm sure I've read somewhere that between 80 and 100%, the charge slows down. So I thought, oh, by the time we get out to the car, it'll probably be on 90, 95%, which definitely get us all the way there. Anyway, went out to the car after dinner and there was an error on the charge point screen saying translation error and that the charge had stopped. So I clicked OK, because I thought, I'm sure I've got to tap my debit card to finish the charge, but it was on the welcome screen. So I went to the car and the charger came straight out. It wasn't locked. So I then really didn't know what to do, because I thought, have I finished charging? How much are they going to charge me for this top up? So I rang Polar Customer Services, and the operator that I spoke to said that he'd never heard of this translation error code, which that was concerning, but it doesn't matter. He asked me when I started the charge. I think it was like 20 past 8 or 20 to 9. And he was like, oh yeah, I found it. You put in 28 kilowatts or whatever, because it was all this information I didn't actually have. Not that I'd really need it anyway. So I was happy with that. We had most of the battery topped up, so we could be on our way. So we knew we'd have enough to get us to Birmingham. So anyway, we got most of the way to Birmingham, and I worked out that we should have arrived with about 20 miles of range, but like the 34 like miles left on the, I don't know what you would call it, like the guessometer, or what we call it, the guessometer until I know otherwise. We should, 34 miles of range, an error popped up, or a notification, that's probably a better word, popped up, and it said to basically charge the car. So I thought, oh, I'm sure we could get there, but I was a bit panicky, and I thought, no, let's just stop at a charger and put like 15 minutes worth of energy into the car. So I navigated to an Ecotricity charger en route. We got there, I downloaded the app like it suggested to, so I was like, ding, 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 it's all working. Like, I don't think we're going to have too many issues. Plugged the car into the charger, like I'd followed all the instructions and everything, and the charge point said that the car was charging. So I went into the car because there was nothing else to do, and the screen inside the car said that it was connected but not charging. So I thought, okay, let's go again. So I disconnected, started it all again, went through exactly the same process, and no charge. So I was then thinking, oh God, like, what am I going to do now? So I pushed the start button, not to start the car, to basically like put it on ignition stage 1 or whatever. And I had another error come up on the car saying something along the lines of 12 volt battery low, like start car immediately. So that panicked me, and I was thinking, oh God, like literally everything's low. I don't really know what to do. So Bill looked up and found an Instavolt charger 8 miles up the road, So we headed there, and I think we got there with about 24, 22 miles of range remaining. So I must say, when it says you've got 30 miles of range, I actually quite believe that you do have 30 miles of range. I don't think it's just all of a sudden going to plummet unless you obviously put the air conditioning on or whatever. So anyway, got to the Instavolt charger, and completely different experience. I really like the Instavolt chargers. I like that at the top of the charger it says whether it's in use or whether it's available. Plugged in, got it working straight away. I think we were there for about 40 minutes and charged up most of the battery. So that was much more reassuring once the battery was full, because it meant that I knew we'd get to the hotel and I could leave the car park for a couple of days. Now we're here in Birmingham, and not really worry that it's going to deplete over like just being sat in a parking space. So yeah, it's been an interesting start to EV ownership, because it's been a bit of a mixed bag in terms of how things have gone. I reckon most of that's probably to do with me, because look, we've obviously had issues with the GoPro, so I think it's me having issues with the car rather than the car having issues with me. So yeah, sorry you didn't get to see me charging, but I'm sure I'll do another video on that at some point. So stay tuned. Comment, like, subscribe, much appreciated. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.